r/askreddit. How did your high school crush turn out as an adult? Pretty good. Seems to have her life together, although she had a few setbacks. She's gone back to uni since job prospects in her field kinda sucked, but seems to be really enjoying it. She's dating me though, so clearly her judgment sucks. Fuck you, had me in the first half, but congrats. One of them is homeless and a druggie. It's very sad. The other one is famous in his home country, is a best-selling author, and is regularly on TV. Don't have a crush on him anymore, but I'm glad we are still friends, and I'm happy for how well he's done. I guess they balance one another out. Very well. He joined the military and served for a number of years, was in after Vietnam and out before the Gulf War, so I'm not sure if he actually saw much active duty, and then settled in Korea where he trained in Taekwondo and did a lot of professional fighting, and won a lot of awards. Attained the rank of Grandmaster and returned to the US and opened a very successful school that specializes in TKD and Hapkido. Has opened additional locations, and is currently looking to open one in our old hometown. I imagine that will happen post-COVID. For a second I thought you were talking about Cobra Kai lol. Went on to be a teenage model for hair products, graduated from Yale, toured Europe, opened her own successful ceramics company that is sold worldwide and is often written up in magazines. Makes me feel like shit every time I think of her. Was it really a crush if it doesn't make you feel like shit? I never made a move in high school. About 7 years after graduating, I saw her on social media and said what the hell and asked her out. We've been dating for about 2 years and I'm about to pop a big question. Wishing you both the best. Mine was my best friend. She turned out to be a pedophile. She always liked younger guys. Like when she was 17 she had a 13-year-old boyfriend, which was weird, but we were kids and I didn't think about it much. Turns out she continued to like younger teens as she grew into her 20s and 30s. Whoa. Found her on Tinder. She said I was hot. Pointed out that I was that loser she used to know in high school. Had a big laugh. Been a little over a year. Now we send each other memes and hang out occasionally when the pandemic isn't being a bitch. So you're saying there's a chance? Only if you roll a 20. Came here to say this. She's somehow even more attractive than she was in high school. Is married to a dude who looks very average emo, though I'm obviously biased, and definitely still has no idea who I am. My friend's high school crush was Tom Holland. Like they went to the same school. Wow, I can't believe you're friends with Mary Jane. Or Liz Ellen. Or Gwen Stacy. Or Ned Leeds. My first high school crush who sat next to me in freshman year English was a really cute punk rock girl, and she's gone on to become an incredibly hot fitness model. Jackie was a rich punk rocker, a silver spoon on a paper plate. Up, not Catherine. Hot douche who doesn't really do much except go to the gym. To be fair, that's how he was in high school. I just liked it back then. If you always wanted to date Chip Matthews from high school, you're going to end up on a date with Chip Matthews from high school. So long as he still drives the chipper, I couldn't care less. Overdosed and died last year. I got to see him before he was taken off life support with a really good mutual friend we shared, organ donor too. It was surreal seeing him dwarfed by all these machines. He had one of the largest hearts I've ever come across. Edit graduated back in the early 2000s and last year 2019. WTF is time even anymore? Legit question, can they donate their organs if they overdose? Simple and short answer, yes, it's better than a failing organ and there's always a shortage. It took me by surprise at first because I thought it was an automatic disqualifier. There was a girl I really admired for a while. She didn't really give me the time of day after freshman year though. She was co-valedictorian and hugged me as I crossed the stage at graduation, and no one else got one. I'm still really confused about that 6 years later. She went on to med school and is either married or at least engaged to a guy she met there. Overall she's doing really well, and I'm happy for her. Edit. Thanks for all the warm wishes and thoughts, guys. I'm just happy for her, and glad she's doing well. Made me check and she is actually a very successful artist and an art teacher at a renowned university in France. She even got decorated for her work, Chevalier des Arts et des Lettres. Dang, this award in France is kind of a big deal when you're an artist. Probably even a big deal if you aren't. I had several. One of them is still a close friend, and he became a primary care doctor. He also officiated my wedding. I have no idea what happened to another one. We didn't really have overlapping friend groups and she doesn't do social media. One of them is a math professor now, so that's pretty cool. My biggest crush in high school was my longtime neighbor, but it also fizzled out pretty quickly after we went to homecoming together. We're still good friends, and our families still keep in touch. He's also the guy who introduced me to my husband. My high school ex randomly sent me a text years after we split up that went, "I know you don't like metal, but I thought you'd like this," and a link to a clarinet cover of a metal song I played in HS. Little did he know that I hated playing clarinet and I was now a total metalhead. Why does this sound like a rom-com slice of life story? She's still hot, successful and wealthy entrepreneur, and married someone with the same first name as me and who quit his job to brew beer. I crushed on her for a bit, didn't think she was interested so I dated others, then come to find out she crushed on me senior year. I was too dumb and blind. We connected freshman year of college. She wrote me letters, and by the time I wised up she had moved on. No one to blame but myself. What if you built a time machine and went back in time, then changed your last name? They both ended up as great guys. One has a huge family and is a minister. The other only has one child and is a college professor. Both married nice people and are happy. They were really good guys in high school and ended up being really good adults. I've got both of them on Facebook and we keep in touch peripherally as we stayed friends over the years. Going to an all-boys school sucks for having realistic crushes. However, ran into one of the teachers years later and she still looks bellissima. I went to an all-girls school. Crushes were desperate and far between. That's not what the educational films on the internet tell me. I can subscribe right now, and Warlock Doggo will win his D&D tournament tonight.